The term nepo baby may get a bad rap, but Michael Consuelos has managed to successfully chart his own path in Hollywood. Whether he's acting on TV or working on reality shows, Consuelos is proving he's so much more than just Kelly Ripa's son. For Michael Consuelos, having Kelly Ripa as a mom can be embarrassing sometimes. After all, she has a tendency to overshare on her daytime talk show. During a 2018 appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan, Michael said that joining his mom on air became unappealing after kids at school started mentioning things she said about him on her show. Michael didn't appreciate his mother's desire to update millions of strangers on his life when he was going through the awkward stages of puberty. He did, however, give his parents some credit for inspiring him to be the best that he could be.
Growing up, when I was at a cross-country meet, my parents were around, I'm like, I have to really bring it because they're watching.
By 2014, Michael was allowing his mother to post about him on social media. After posting an Instagram photo of Michael behind the wheel of a car, Ripa wrote in the caption, "Look at all the fun he and I are having during today's driving lesson." When it came time for Michael to start making plans to leave the nest, he took his weaknesses into consideration.
I'm like, I'm not really an academic. I better do something creative and fast.
But he still decided to pursue a higher education. After he graduated from high school in 2016, Michael enrolled in NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, where he majored in film. On Live with Kelly and Ryan, Ripa revealed that Michael chose NYU after she and her son ran into her old coworker while touring the campus. The co-worker was Christopher Goutman, who directed Ripa on All My Children. He had become a professor at the school and successfully wooed Michael by pointing out that his direction had brought Michael's parents together.
And he goes, "You have to come here because I am literally the reason you exist."
By 2018, Michael had started to look a lot like his dad, Mark Consuelos. So when the CW series Riverdale was in need of an actor to play Mark's character in a flashback episode, Michael had to be a shoo-in for the part, right? Well, not exactly. He had to prove that he really was the right man for the job.
I was so nervous. I never auditioned for anything before.
Any hopes that his looks would give him an edge were dashed when he realized that all the other actors auditioning for the part also bore an uncanny resemblance to his father. After Michael got the gig, Mark gushed about him in an Access interview.
This is such an honor for me. It's like bucket list, absolutely, as a father.
When Ripa asked her son if acting had always interested him on Live, he said that he didn't get bitten by the bug until the Riverdale opportunity came along.
I think Riverdale was a really refreshing experience. Everyone was really cool.
Upon learning that Michael might pursue more acting roles in the future, Ryan Seacrest offered up his pad in Hollywood as a place for him to crash while he looked for work. But Ripa wasn't having it.
No, that's too nice. You need to struggle.
Michael completed his college education in 2020, but didn't get a graduation ceremony until 2022 due to the pandemic. The wait was well worth it, as Taylor Swift delivered the commencement speech. Michael wasn't a star of her caliber quite yet, but a year later, there was a sign that his profile was rising considerably. During a 2022 episode of Live with Kelly and Ryan, Ripa had a hilarious reaction to her son being named one of the sexiest men alive by People magazine. He was included in the publication's Gen Next section, which was reserved for sexy nepo babies, or the children of famous people. Other honorees included David and Victoria Beckham's son, Brooklyn Beckham, and Sean Penn and Robin Wright's son, Hopper Penn. Ripa joked that Michael hadn't said a peep to her about the honor.
You would think he would tell us so we'd pick up a couple of copies for the grandparents.
While she seemed proud of her son, she couldn't help but grimace over him being described as sexy. Seacrest noted that Michael was being a chip off the old block by posing shirtless. That said, Michael has confessed to being a fan of his father's style. He told People that he takes advantage of having access to his dad's closet, saying, "I steal his clothes sometimes." In 2022, Michael landed another acting gig in the Lifetime movie Let's Get Physical. His parents produced the film through their production company. Ripa told Access that Michael was concerned about taking advantage of nepotism when she and her husband offered him the part, but he was still happy to have the opportunity. Michael told People, "I'm starting out, I was grateful for the opportunity." Michael has also done some production work. On a 2023 episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, Andy Cohen was filling in for Ripa, and he spilled some intel about Michael's career. He said, he worked on Jersey Housewives. He worked on this new season of New York. Michael was a field associate producer for the show and has also worked on the Bravo reality series Summer House. Cohen wouldn't reveal which Bravo celebrities Michael likes best, but from the looks of the mustache in some of his 2024 Instagram photos, it might be Tom Sandoval. During a December 2023 appearance on Live with Kelly and Mark, Michael shared an update on how he was doing after working on the Real Housewives franchise for 2 years.
I'm still sane.